George, just stay with us for a moment. We've actually got Therese Rein. She spoke to Channel 7 just as she left her home this morning to head to the airport. We can play you some of that now.
You're encouraged by the support for Kevin?
You mean all the people?
Support?
You mean all the people who've been calling all of the electorate offices? It's very encouraging.
Do you think he has the numbers?
I have no idea. You'll have to ask somebody who does the numbers.
Is this a PR campaign led by the Rudd family?
This is, I think, a people-led campaign.
83% his support in the latest phone poll. That must be pretty encouraging.
I was hearing last night from some people in electorate offices around the country that it's actually 85% in terms of people who are calling in favour of Kevin. So that's nice, isn't it? I'm going to go and meet him at the airport now. Do you mind letting me go now? Thanks.
George, are we going to hear more of these calls for people to actually call their local MPs and say that they want Kevin Rudd returned?
Well, we might hear them from the other side as well. We might hear people, those in Julia Gillard's camp, saying, call your local MP and say, stick with Julia. She still has a fair time to go before the next election. You know, you could run this campaign both ways. But it is interesting. Therese Rein there, and previously yesterday, publicly campaigning for people to go and show their support for Kevin Rudd. I mean, that could sway things, and some columnists have said that has potential to sway at least the votes of some people, nervous backbenchers in marginal seats who would see the latest opinion polling and say, if we go to an election with Julia Gillard at the moment, we stand to deliver the coalition a 30-seat majority. So that could, a public campaign in the sway of Kevin Rudd could make the difference to some people. Whether it's enough to get him the 52 votes in caucus that he needs to get a majority in the party there remains to be seen. But it's also interesting that Bruce Hawker, a senior Labor strategist, and I just apologise, there's a train going overhead there, so there might be a bit of noise from that. But Bruce Hawker, a senior Labor strategist, has effectively pulled out briefly from the Queensland campaign here for Anna Bligh to try to return her to Premier here in Queensland. He's effectively removed himself from that campaign for a while to focus his attention on helping getting Kevin Rudd back into power. So that certainly hints that Kevin Rudd will go for the leadership. But if it looks like he can't win it, then perhaps he will pull out, as others have predicted he might do.
George Roberts, in the thick of it there, we'll let you go for the moment so you can chase down Kevin Rudd. Thanks very much.